If you've only ever eaten ketchup, you'll be amazed when you see what else you can do with it. I'll show you the 8 most incredible tricks with ketchup in this video. Or did you know that you should smear ketchup on your door handle? Put a small amount of ketchup directly on your door handle and rub it in with your finger so that there is a thin layer everywhere. Leave the ketchup on for 30 minutes. Before I show you exactly what it does, you need to spread a little ketchup on your jewelry. Ideally, take it off first and put it in a bowl. Now add a good amount of ketchup. Rub the whole thing well so that there is an even amount of ketchup all over your jewelry. Then leave it to work for another 30 minutes. But that's not all, because you can even smear your entire cutlery with ketchup. Again, apply a thin, even layer to all the cutlery. Set aside and wait 30 minutes before we get to what this really does for you. But before that, I have 2 really ingenious packaging tricks for you. Because if you always have ketchup in a glass bottle like this, then you probably know that you can only get some out if you shake it vigorously. But either far too little comes out or far too much. But that's exactly what this number around the ketchup bottle is for. Because if you tap on this number, you will ensure that an even amount of ketchup always comes out. However, if you have a ketchup packet in a plastic packet like this, then you know that at some point nothing will come out. Instead of simply shaking it once and again so that only a small amount comes out, you should take the entire ketchup bottle, hold the lid tightly shut and shake it a few times. By swinging it a few times, you will make sure that all the remaining ketchup really does slide down, and you will get a good larger amount out again and won't have to shake it vigorously all the time. Before I show you why you should also rub ketchup on your tap, let's get to the solutions to the 3 tricks at the beginning. You should now rub the ketchup off the door handle again, because then you will see that it shines again with a really nice new shine. This works particularly well on brass door handles. We also take the jewelry out of the bowl, rinse it well under water and wipe it again with a cloth so that all the ketchup residue is really removed. This will also make it really shiny again if it looked a little dull before. And we have the same thing for cutlery. You can even remove annoying rust stains with this method. Clean it again afterwards and you will see that it shines beautifully again. This is due to the ingredients in ketchup, which is also ideal for cleaning such things, for example burnt pots or pans. Simply spread a small amount of the ketchup on the bottom so that it is evenly rubbed in, and then wait 30 to 60 minutes. After that, you can see here, I only have to wipe through with the sponge and we have already removed everything, even the stubborn burnt on stains. Now rinse again and the pot or pan is completely clean again. But why should we now apply the same thing to our tap? Again, apply a small amount of ketchup and rub it in before letting it soak in completely. Ketchup has a cleaning effect even on our tap. Once it has worked in long enough, you should of course rinse all the ketchup off again so that there are no more residues. Once you've done this, you'll see that the tap is really clean again. My tap, for example, looked like this before. Here we already have quite a lot of dirt and a lot of limescale on the tap, and after this method everything is completely gone and really nice and clean again. Ideally, of course, you should do all these things with ketchup that has already expired and that you wouldn't eat anyway. At least that way you can still use it. And if you have an empty packet, you should never just throw it in the bin, because you can do something much more ingenious with it. But first you have to unscrew the ketchup bottle and rinse it out completely so that there is no ketchup left in it. Now you can prepare a pancake batter and simply pour it into the ketchup bottle. The best way to do this is with a funnel. Once you've poured everything in here, you'll not only be able to store it much better in your fridge where it will keep a little longer, you'll also be able to measure out the pancakes much better and prepare them in your pan. And of course, you can use them over and over again. And if you want to find out about the lid trick, which unfortunately almost nobody knows, then click on the video you see on the screen, because I'll show it to you there.